that ended 20 years ago. They are exhausted, their methods are destructive, but they are ultimately trying to protect you.
And because they are protectors, because they believe they are keeping you alive, you cannot force them to leave through sheer aggressive willpower.
If you attack your protectors, they will fight back twice as hard, which is exactly why white-knuckling your way through recovery almost always leads to a devastating relapse.
This is where the curriculum introduces the Taoist concept of Wu Wei, which translates to non-action or systemic surrender.
Right.
Non-action. But recovery is incredibly active. How does non-action fit in?
It is the deliberate cessation of ego-driven warfare against the self. Instead of violently trying to eradicate your defects through discipline and shame, you must do something entirely different. You must mourn them.
Mourn them like you would mourn the loss of a person.
Yes. You grieve the necessity of their existence. You sit with your hypervigilance or your anger, and you acknowledge its past utility.
You say to that part of yourself, "Thank you for keeping me alive when I was 6 years old. I needed you then. You did a good job. But I am an adult now. I am safe. And I don't need you to fight for me anymore."
When you acknowledge their utility, it allows the nervous system to finally stand down. You drop the armor, not because you have suddenly become morally superior, but because you have recognized that the environment is finally safe enough to be unarmed.
I want you to let that sink in for a minute. Think about the habits you despise in yourself. Maybe it's pushing people away the exact second they try to get close to you. Maybe it's a crippling need to control every single outcome at your job.
What if those aren't signs that you are fundamentally broken?
What if they're just echoes? What if your deepest, most frustrating flaws are just tired protectors, exhausted from decades of fighting, quietly asking for permission to finally rest?
It replaces self-hate with radical self-compassion. And that fundamental shift, the nervous system update, is what paves the way toward the clinical endpoint of this entire integrated curriculum.
Right, because the goal isn't just sobriety. The goal is earned security.
Earned security.
It sounds like arriving at the promised land. How do the clinical sources define it?
Earned security is the state achieved when that fearful avoidant attachment style, that chaotic push-pull we started with, has been successfully rewired into a stable, secure baseline.
But it is crucial to note that earned security does not mean the trauma is erased or forgotten. The brain doesn't just delete the past.
Instead, the past survival adaptations are integrated and repurposed.
Like, the intense hypervigilance that once scanned a room for physical threats is repurposed into a profound, intuitive empathy that can instantly sense when someone else in the room is in emotional pain.
Yes, exactly.